Hi everyone. My teammates Teja, myself, and Heyman has done a case study in the subject design and analysis of algorithms. Introduction. In December 2019, a novel coronavirus was detected in the city of Wuhan, China, and spread rapidly throughout China in the run-up to Chinese Lunar New Year's Eve. COVID-19 is categorized by an extremely high risk of transmission with adverse impacts on public transportation, health, economy, society, and politics. China Railways have all adjusted their overall operation plans to suit new trends brought about by the pandemic prevention and control. An emphasis was also placed on the 2020 Wuhan period, characterized by an extremely high volume of passenger demand, which requires an efficient transport organization following the so-called one day one diagram. However, with the continued and rapid spread of COVID-19, nationwide travel restriction measures have been strictly implemented. As a result, many operational lines and train schedules were heavily adjusted or cancelled. This operational disruption dictates a train scheduling with the aim of flexibility, adjusting schedules for a set of trains under several operational requirements. When performing train rescheduling, locomotive assignments should be adjusted based on the new schedules. The rational use of locomotives maximizes the benefits of locomotives operation, saving maintenance costs, labor, and management costs in view of relationship between train rescheduling the the study proposes an integrated solution for train rescheduling and locomotive assignment under the COVID-19 outbreak. On the other hand, travel demand changes with the outbreak of pandemic. Thus, the study proposes an approach tailored for recovering and or cutting operations lines based on the TRLA problem. The logic of the TRLA demonstrated is explained as follows. Contributions. Unlike most of the existing works, we consider train rescheduling and closure planning as a joint optimization task module as the nonlinear mixed integer optimization problem. Due to its high complexity, we propose a heuristic algorithm which is based on the decomposition of the problem into smaller subproblems. Current consideration refer to residence 5. I'm extended. Taking it into account the possibility of train rerouting in our approach, a new route may be determined as any track sequence along a given path, and it may also include the substitute transportation for some of them. Moreover, the proposed method of rerouting can be further enhanced, as it was done in reference where the authors analyze a routing mechanism that permits changes in order and the number of tracks visited by a train.
Hi, this is Teja. I'm continuing from literature survey. The problem of train rescheduling under planning consists of two vertical problems which can be treated separately, and those separately approaches are included in the literature survey from the standpoint of the paper. However, simultaneously consists of both vertical problems is greater important, and for the reason the literature review focus on the joint problem. Finally, since the work targeted the railway network of in Poland of the review in the declared to local model and method. Since the volume of paper declared the schedule of the train and a closer planning in railway transport is considered. Only selected work can be included in the non-literature review paper. An additional survey of recent literature we refer the reader to. Establish the schedule that is no longer. The main difference of the standpoint of difficult of the solving the that the force approach can be performed over a scientific longer period of time, while the latter needs to be done quickly so as not to allot opportunities on the invalid schedules. The mixed integer programming (MIP) model is proposed in the reference for the train rescheduling problem when the train interrupt delays are given and the minimization of the total delay of all passengers is required. However, specific requirements results from the state of the railway infrastructure are not taken into the account in this work. This is assumed that every route can hold any number of trains runs in the same period. The extensions of the problem is represented in the difference where the limit number of trains runs traveling between the two stations at the given time is considered. The problem is use it integer linear programming approach and solve using the branch of bounding method. Real world data produced by the distance.
This is Hemant, and I am continuing with conclusion. Modern railways represent a major form of transport with an ever-growing user base, as trains are flexible in terms of traveling distance and capacity. Furthermore, train transportations are usually the greenest transportation options for both goods and people. Despite these railways are confronted with increase of operational costs as they force competition from the modes of transports. Many users demand more reliability in trains operations. A long delay, a cancelled train, a missed connection can easily decrease the perceived quality of service and turn away potential customers. Most of the events that negatively affect the operations, broadly called conflicts, happen when some reasons there is a difference between the nominal and the actual service. The cases as such events are usually divided into disturbances and disruptions.